Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I tell you what, when that rumor started floating around about a surprise arranged marriage coming up on General Hospital, I just about fell out of my chair. Most folks, including me at first, figured it had to be Carly and Valentine, the way those two have been wrapped up in all kinds of drama lately. But the more I sat with it and thought about everything that's been happening, the more it hit me, this might really be Nina and Jack deciding to tie the knot. And not because they're head over heels, but because it could be the only way to keep Jack alive and stop that dangerous man, Ross Cullum, from getting what he wants. It's got me all stirred up, I don't mind telling you. Nina's been doing everything she can to protect Jack ever since that awful mix-up at Turning Woods. She never meant to hurt him when she gave him that injection from Drew's supply, but once she found out he wasn't really suffering from locked-in syndrome the way everybody believed, she couldn't bring herself to keep going along with it. Willow had been pushing her hard to keep giving him those shots, just like she'd done with Drew, but Nina stood her ground. She knows the truth now that Jack has been putting on an act the whole time, letting everybody think he's helpless so Cullum will believe he's no threat anymore. And Cullum, that man has it in for Jack something fierce. He wants him out of the picture for good, and that's got Nina worried enough to think about doing something really bold. It breaks my heart a little when I think about Jack lying there in that hospital bed, stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's been playing it smart by staying quiet and letting Cullum think he's got him right where he wants him, but it can't be easy pretending day after day while a man who wants you dead is circling around. That's why Nina stepping in feels so important. She's not just sitting on the sidelines anymore. She's choosing to fight for him, even though it means going against what Willow wanted and putting herself right in the middle of a dangerous situation. I've always thought Nina had a good heart, but seeing her willing to go this far for Jack really shows me something new about her strength. That's exactly why I believe this idea of a marriage of convenience between Nina and Jack could be the game changer they both need right now. If they go through with it, even just on paper, Nina would suddenly have a legal say in Jack's care and who gets to visit him. She could make sure Cullum stays far away from Turning Woods and can't get anywhere near Jack while he's still recovering and vulnerable. It's a clever way to shut that man out cold without having to go head-to-head with him in some big public fight. Nina could control the situation quietly, keep Jack safe, and give him the time he needs to get back on his feet without constantly looking over his shoulder. I reckon it's risky, but sometimes when you're backed into a corner like Jack is, you've got to think outside the box and use whatever tools you've got. What really gets me excited is how this could change everything for both of them. Nina's been through so much over the years, and it warms my heart to see her finding a way to stand up and protect somebody she cares about instead of letting fear win. And Jack? Poor fella has been carrying this secret all by himself for too long. Having Nina in on it and willing to go this far with him might just give him the hope he's been needing. I can't help but wonder how this fake marriage will play out once the dust settles. Will it stay strictly business, or could it turn into something more real down the road? Either way, it feels like one of those twists that could keep us all on the edge of our seats for weeks to come. I've been sitting here thinking about how brave Nina's being and how smart Jack has had to be just to stay alive, and it makes me root for them even harder. This isn't just some silly storyline to me. It feels like real people fighting for their lives and their dignity, and I love seeing characters I've followed for so long find clever ways to outsmart the bad guys. If this marriage lets Nina ban Cullum from getting close and gives Jack the protection he needs, it could be the beginning of something really powerful. I've got a good feeling that we're about to watch Nina and Jack pull the wool right over Cullum's eyes, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. This has me more hooked than I've been in a long time, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Nina is in a real bind right now, and I have to say it shows just how far she's willing to go to keep Jack safe. She's flat out lying to Willow, who still believes Nina is continuing those injections to keep Jack locked in. But the truth is, Nina stopped a while ago. The last time she went to see him at Turning Woods, she actually pumped the medicine into a tree instead of Jack, just to keep up appearances. It's risky, but it tells me she's thinking on her feet and doing whatever it takes. She even told Jack straight out that she's the only way he's going to get out of this mess alive. And you know what? I think she might be more right than she even realizes. Nina has become his lifeline, whether she planned it that way or not. What makes this whole situation so dangerous is how much power Cullum has grabbed for himself. He's got the medical staff at General Hospital believing he's Jack's official medical proxy, and I have a strong feeling that paperwork is as fake as everything else going on. Cullum can waltz in and out of Jack's room like family, making decisions and controlling who sees him. He even told Jack that he basically saved himself by faking that stroke, because now Jack is neutralized without Cullum having to lift a finger. But here's the part that really chills me. Cullum has decided it's time to get rid of Jack for good. He wants him gone, so there won't be any future problems. Jack can't speak up to stop any of it, and Cullum knows that. He's being careful for now, but the threat is real and hanging over everything. After Cullum made that threat, Jack got scared enough to ask Nina to reach out to Valentine for help. It sounds like Carly and Valentine are actually thinking it over, and that gives me a little hope. But I'm worried it might not come fast enough. The most important thing right now is stopping Cullum from getting anywhere near Jack. Every day that man has access is another day Jack is in real danger. Nina sees that clearly, and she's not waiting around for someone else to fix it. She's taking matters into her own hands, and I can't help but feel proud of how she's stepping up. That's where this idea of Jack and Nina getting married while he's still at Turning Woods starts to make so much sense. Right now, Cullum holds all the cards as the so-called medical proxy. But if Jack suddenly regains his ability to speak, he could legally transfer that power straight to Nina. And if they go ahead and get married on top of that, Nina would have even stronger standing as his wife. She could make every medical decision, and most importantly, she could flat out ban Cullum from Jack's room. No more visits, no more threats, no more control. She could even arrange to have Jack moved out of Turning Woods and brought home to finish recovering in a safer place. I tell you, that would be a smart way to cut Cullum off at the knees and give Jack some real breathing room. Of course, Cullum isn't going to take that lying down. He'd be furious about losing his grip on Jack, and I'm sure he'd keep plotting ways to get to him no matter what. That's what worries me most. Even if Nina gains all this legal power through the marriage, the danger won't disappear overnight. But at least it would shift the balance and give Jack and Nina a fighting chance to stay one step ahead. It feels like a bold, risky move, but sometimes bold is exactly what you need when you're backed into a corner like this. And Jack trusting her enough to go along with this marriage idea shows how much faith he's putting in her. It warms my heart to see two people who've been through so much finding a way to protect each other when everything seems stacked against them. At the same time, my stomach, in the end, I truly hope this works out the way they need it to. If Nina can use this marriage to take control, keep Cullum away, and maybe even bring Jack home safely, it would feel like justice is finally on their side. I've followed these stories for a long time, and this one has me more invested than most. It's not just about the drama anymore. It's about two people fighting for a chance to survive and maybe even find something real in the middle of all the lies. I'll be watching every step, hoping with all my heart that Nina's plan gives Jack the protection he so desperately needs, and that together they can outsmart Cullum once and for all. This story has me feeling hopeful, nervous, and excited all at once, and I wouldn't have it any other way.